What's up, everyone? Coach Blaine from Constancy Fitness here, bringing you another edition of Constancy at Home. Today's workout is 4 rounds of 30 alternating lunges, 20 hollow body rocks, and 10 chair dips. So the first movement, alternating lunges. There's a few different ways to do it. The first way I'm going to go over is stepping forward. So if you step forward in your lunge, you're going to lower down to the floor, lightly kiss this back knee. This front knee stays behind the front toes, and you're going to drive that knee out just a little bit. We want to make sure that that knee's not crashing in. Drive it out a little bit. And we also want to make sure that we're stepping kind of at an angle and not in a straight line. If we step in a straight line, that throws our balance off. Here we're in a stronger, more stable position. So once we're here, we're going to drive off that front foot and step back all the way fully extended at the top. So again, step forward, knee behind the toes, back knee lightly touches, and stand up. Another option is you could do reverse lunges. So similar mechanics and setup. You're going to step back instead. Again, back kind of at an angle so we're not in line and unbalanced. And this front knee stays behind the front toes, knees out, back knee is down, and then instead you're going to step forward, fully extended. What you need to be a little careful about when you do these is when you step back, if you step too shallow, what tends to happen is you throw your body weight and your knee all the way out in front of the toes, putting all the pressure of that lunge in your knee, and it's instead of the muscles in your legs, so the quads, the hammies, the glutes. So if you step too narrow, you might want to restart that lunge and make sure you get a good step back to keep that front knee nice and safe. A third option is what we call curtsy lunges. So with a curtsy lunge, you're going to step back behind at an angle. This front foot stays pointed forward, and then you lower down, back knee to the ground. And then step up, and then you would reverse to the other side, down and up. So with these, you're going to feel a little more in the side glute, but if you have knee problems and you usually don't do a whole lot of lunges because of your knees, try those curtsy lunges out first and see how those go for you. We have a lot of members here who have old knee injuries, nagging aches and pains, and some of them haven't been able to lunge for years, and then once we started doing curtsy lunges, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't feel the pain, and they're able to do full workouts with it. So give those a try. If those still bother you, if you have knee issues, another thing we could do is lateral step overs. So what you're going to do, lift your leg up, step over, and that would be 1, up and over would be 2. That's going to get those hips firing a little bit. So that's one option that you could use. Another option that we like to use is glute bridges. So you could either do 30 glute bridges with both feet down on the floor. So heels driven into the floor, you're going to squeeze your butt to come up and lower nice and slow. What we don't want to do is go so high up into that bridge that we're getting into the lower back. We just want to target our glutes here. If you want to get a little more hamstring action, you can pull your toes up off the floor and really drive through those heels. And now we're going to start recruiting those hamstring muscles and lower nice and slow. If you would like to do alternating single leg glute bridges, that's totally fine as well to kind of mimic the alternating lunge. You just have one foot up, knees close to each other. Squeeze that butt, lower nice and slow. Again, you can pull that toe up off the floor to get a little more hamstring action. So that's alternating lunges. The next thing is a hollow body rock. So these might look a little different. This might not be something you've ever seen or done before, but they are a really good, challenging core workout. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay down on the floor and you're going to try to get yourself into the most perfect banana shape possible. So shoulders come up off the floor to push your lower back and the rest of your body nice on the floor. And then you're going to lift your feet up just a little bit. I don't want you way up here. Heels just off the floor a little bit, toes pointed. And then what you're going to do from here is you're going to rock forward, rock backward. That's 1. Rock backward 2, forward, backward 3. What we want to focus on here is nice small motions We don't want to be way up here, way up here. Nice and tight with this rock. The first modification would be to bring one knee in as you're doing it. And then the second one would be to bring both arms down with the knee in. And then the third modification would be what we call hollow ups. So you're just going to lay flat on the floor, and then you're going to raise up into that hollow position, hold for a couple seconds, and lower back down. So you would do 20 of those if the hollow rocks start to get a little too difficult. Then, chair dips. So what you're going to need is find a chair, a couch, or any kind of stable surface. You're going to sit down on it, and then you're going to put your hands just right alongside your hips, and you're going to walk your feet out, legs nice and straight, and you're going to lower down as low as you can go. If you can get your butt down to the floor, that's great. If you have shorter arms or a higher surface, this might not be possible. Keep the back nice and flat to that surface, and then extend all the way up. So down and up. If those are a little too challenging, what you can do is you can walk your feet in and use your legs to help assist you down and up. If you need a little bit more of a challenge, what you can do is you can put your feet up on a surface out in front of you, both feet up, and then you're going to lower down into that dip and all the way up. So a few things you want to think about. You want to make sure we keep that back nice and close to your chair, because that's going to put the whole movement into the tricep and the correct muscles to use for that movement. Otherwise, if you come way too far out front here and lower, it's going to throw all that pressure into the front of your shoulders, and not a good way. So make sure you stay nice and close to whatever surface you're using to make sure we're targeting the correct muscles. So again, your workout is 4 rounds, 30 alternating lunges, 20 hollow rocks, and then 10 chair dips. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out. I'll be glad to answer those. If you do these workouts and post anything on social media, make sure you tag me and tag the gym. We'd love to know how these workouts are going for you and what you think of them. Hope you guys have a great workout and have a great rest of your day.